Hi everyone, hope you all are good. So we're going to start with grade 8 maths. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 8 maths. There you can find the chapter that is transformations and congruence. So here is the list of the lessons we are going to cover today. They are congruent triangles, side angle, side angle. Then we'll do the final test of the chapter. Then we'll start the new chapter that is coordinate plane. And the lessons we are going to cover from the chapter is quadrant and axis. Then coordinate plane review. Got it? Okay, let's just start with the lesson. Let's just start with the first lesson that is congruent triangles, side, and side angle, side. Let me write down the lesson name, then we'll start with the lesson. Okay, the lesson name is mm, congruent triangles, side angle, side, and angle, side, angle line. Yes, that's the lesson name. Okay, let's start with the lesson. Okay, here is the lesson. Congruent triangles, side angle, side, and angle, side, angle. Okay, so here is the rule we are going to, let me just explain the rule. Which rule explains why these triangles are congruent? You are given with two of the triangles. You need to see according to which rule the sides are, the triangles are congruent. Got it? Okay, two triangles are congruent if they have the same size and shape. Got it? If their size is exactly same and also their shape is exactly same, that means they are the congruent triangles. Got it? So here are the three common ways to prove that the triangles are congruent. Got it? Okay, for this side, that means all three corresponding sides are congruent. Got it? This is the like for this one is congruent to this one. The line, the one that has two lines is congruent to this one that has two lines. So this one is congruent to this one. Got it? Okay, then the second one is side angle side. Here you have two of the sides and one of the angle is congruent. Got it? For both the triangles, two sides and one angle is congruent. Then we have angle side angle. Here you have two of the angles and one of the side is congruent. Okay, just look at the one question you are given. You have two of the sides and one of the angle is congruent. Look at the angle x and angle u. Angle x is congruent to angle u. Then look at the sides. VT is congruent to YW and YX is congruent to VW. Got it? So that question we are given with is congruent to according to the rule, which is side angle side. Got it? Two of the sides and one of the angle is congruent. Got it? Okay, let's just start with the test question. Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, let's click on the test button. Okay, according which rule explains why these triangles are congruent? Got it? Okay, just look at the question given. Here you have all three sides are congruent. Got it? UT is congruent to WX. UT is congruent to WX. Then UV is congruent to yx u v is congruent to yx, and the third one is vt is congruent to wy. Vt is congruent to wy. So all three sides are congruent to, for both the triangles all three sides are congruent. That means that is the side, side and side. Got it? Just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay. Which rule explains why these triangles are congruent? Okay, so here you have two of the sides and one of the angle is congruent. Just look at the hi Kel. Okay, angle H is congruent to angle C. Just look at the congruent sides. Okay, FH is congruent to AC and GH is congruent to BC. Got it? So that means it would be side, angle and side. Got it? Just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Got it? Okay. Which rule explains why the triangles are congruent? Okay, are the triangles congruent? They are. You have two of the options, none of the above. These triangles cannot be proven congruent. And the second one is side, side, side. But the triangles are congruent. I don't know why you're not given with the correct option, but the triangles are congruent because both angle U and angle X is congruent. UV is congruent to XY and VT is congruent to WY. Got it? The triangles are congruent, but you're not given with the correct option. Got it? That's why I selected the option. Okay. Which rule explains why these triangles are congruent? Which one is the correct option? Angle, side, angle, or none of the above? These triangles cannot be proven congruent. Which option is the correct one? Option 1 or option 2? The triangles are not congruent. Got it? These triangles cannot be proven congruent because you have just two of the angles are congruent. You're not congruent with any of the side. Got it? So these triangles cannot be proven congruent. Got it? No one is replying. Why? Is there any problem? Which rule explains why these triangles are congruent? Got it? So which option is the correct one? You're not given with the correct option, but the triangles are congruent. Got it? Side angles. Oh, yes, you have given. Side angle side is the correct option because two of the sides and one of the angle in both triangles are congruent. So the correct option is side, angle, and side. Got it, everyone? Just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Why? But the triangles are congruent. Oh, okay, okay, got it. Why? Okay, the the two of the sides that are congruent, the angle is angle must be in between them. For this triangle, if JK and JH is congruent, the angle must be angle J. Got it? And for this one, if CF and FG is congruent, then angle must be on angle, the congruent angle must be at F. So this isn't the correct option. Got it? Sorry. Okay. What about this one? Like for this one, just look at WU and VW are congruent to XZ and XY. So the angle between the two congruent sides is U. Here you have, and here XZ and XY is congruent. So angle is between the two sides. So it would be X. So it would be side, angle, and side. Got it? Side, angle, side. Angle must be in between two sides. Got it? It would be side angle side. So just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is which rule explain why these triangles are congruent. So which option is the correct one? It would be side, side and side. Got it? Because all three sides for both the triangles are congruent. Got it? Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next lesson. So the next lesson is the final test of the chapter. Let's just start with the final test of the chapter. Got it? Okay, let me write down the lesson name on the board. So here we have are on the final test of the chapter. So we're going to start with the final test of the chapter. The chapter name is Transformations and Congruences. Got it? Let's start with the final test of the chapter. So, okay, I'm on the final test of the chapter. The chapter name is Congruence and Transformations and Congruence. Got it? Let's just start with the lesson. Okay, the first one is the point 6, -6 and -6 is reflected over the y-axis. What are the coordinates of the resulting point? Okay, -6 and -6 is reflected over the y-axis. Okay, so here is the point -6 and -6. So when it is reflected to y-axis, it would be then here. So it would be 6 and -6. Got it? Because when you shift this point from here to here, here is the point, like there, like I placed the cursor on the point. So it would be x is +6 and y is -6. So correct option is 6 and -6. Got it? So just select the correct option and then click on the OK button. Okay, sorry, I forgot to click on the OK button. Okay, is the dotted line a line of symmetry? So which is the correct option? No one is answering. Please write the answers in the chat box if you know the answers. If you have any problem, please write the question in the chat box. I'll answer all your questions. Got it? So, is the dotted line a line of symmetry? Yes, it is. So, line of symmetry is the line that divides the image into two exactly same parts. Got it? So, the answer is yes. Okay. Look at this shape. Which image shows a reflection? So, which one is the reflection? Okay. Okay, here is the image and we have to find which one. Option number A is the reflection. Just look at the origin. This one is the origin and it is reflected across. So A is the reflection of the shape. Got it? No, 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 wait. Reflection, sorry. B is the reflection, sorry. B is the reflection of the image. Got it? Just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is angle JHI and angle SQR. JHI and SQR are congruent. What is HI? Okay, you need to see HI is congruent to which side. If you rotate the this triangle, I is at the right is a right angle triangle. So then right angle is at angle I. So here R is at the is the right angle. Got it? So HI and QR are the congruent sides. So HI is 41, QR is 41, then that means HI is also 41 yards. Got it? Just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Got it? So it would be 41 yards. Just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay. Which rule explains Why these triangles are congruent? The triangles are not congruent, got it? Because the both the sides WY uh, is congruent to VT and XY is congruent to UV, but angle must be between these sides. So if these triangles are congruent, the angle is at Y and V. Got it? So that none of the above, these triangles cannot be proven congruent. Got it, everyone? Please write the answer in the chat box. Otherwise, I'll move on. If you have any problem, please write the question in the chat box. If you know the answers, please write the answer in the chat box. Your participation is highly appreciated. Okay, these figures are congruent. What is angle M? Angle M is right angle. Got it? Just look at the angles. M is a right angle, so it would be 90 degrees. Got it? You can just look at the figure. Just rotate the triangle and M is at the right angle. M is the right angle, so it would be 90 degrees. Got it? Okay, the next one is complete the congruence statement. Angle J, angle HIJ is congruent to, if you rotate this triangle HIJ, then it will be OPQ. Got it? P is this angle, here is the P. I and P are angle O and H are congruent, I and P are congruent, and J and Q are congruent. So it would be the triangle HIJ is congruent to triangle OPQ. Got it? So just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, graph the image of f -1 -6 after a translation 3 units right. So 3 units right means you have to add 3 to the x-axis. So it would be -1, and -6 plus 3 is -6 plus 3 is -3. It would be, wait, translation 3 unit right, -6 plus 3 is -3. Sorry, you have to add 3 to the x-axis. So -3 plus -1 plus 3 is 2. It would be this one. The second option is the correct one. Got it? You have to move it 3 unit right. 1, 2, 3. So here you have 3 unit. It would be, now the new coordinates are 2 and -6. Got it? Just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay. The point P is -6, -4, and rotated 270-degree counterclockwise around the origin. What is the coordinates of the resulting point? Okay, count 270 degrees. So it would be then from a counterclockwise, it would be from here to here. You are in the, when you rotate it 270 degrees, you are in the second quadrant. Got it? So in the second quadrant, x is negative and y is positive. So it would be -4 and 6. Got it? Just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, graph the image M06 after translation 9 unit down. 9 unit down means you have to subtract 9 to the y-axis. Got it? So it would be then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, that would be the correct option because the point moves 9 unit down. Got it? So just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, graph the image S02 translation 2 units down. So when you translate the point 2 units down, it would be at the origin. Got it? From here to here, just shift 2 units down. So that is the correct option. Got it? Just count the blocks 1 and 2. So when it moves 2 unit down, it would be at the origin. So select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next topic. Basically, the next chapter, we're going to start a new chapter, that is coordinate plane. And the lesson we're going to start from the chapter is quadrants and axes. We're going to start with a new chapter. Let me write down the lesson name. The lesson is coordinate plane, and the chapter is coordinate plane. And the lesson name is quadrants and axes. Quadrant and axes. Okay, let's start with the lesson, that is quadrant and axes. Okay, let me explain the quadrants and axes. So whenever we are working on the coordinate plane, we have two of the axes. The horizontal one, known as x-axis. The right side must be positive x-axis, and the left side, it would be the negative x-axis, and it would be mentioned like x dash. Got it? Then we have the y-axis. Here is the y-axis, the vertical axis. Um, the upper side of the y-axis would be positive y-axis, and the one that is below the origin is the negative y-axis. Got it? Here is the origin. That means the where the x and y quadrants intersect each other, that would be the origin. And on the origin, that means both the x and the y-axis are 0 and 0. Got it? That is the point on the graph where x and y both are 0 and 0. Got it? So on this line, the x-axis, all the y values are 0. Got it? And on the y-axis, all the x values are 0. Got it? These are the sum of the x. Okay. Also, and right hand side of the origin, you have all the positive numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the left hand side of the origin, you have all the negative numbers. Got it? That's why I've written as x dash x dash. It would be the negative x-axis. Okay, right above the origin, you have all the positive y values, and right below the origin, you have all the negative y values. Got it? Okay, now let me just explain what are the quadrants. Okay, you always start from this one. This is the first quadrant. You rotate like this, like from here to here. It is the first quadrant. It is the second one. That would be the third quadrant, and that would be the fourth quadrant. Got it? Okay, so just look at the first quadrant. In the first quadrant, just look at the x values. These are the x values in the first quadrant. They all are positive. So you have all the all positive values in the first quadrant. Okay, now just look at the y-axis. So y is also positive. So all the y values must be positive in the first quadrant. That means in the first quadrant, both x and y values are positive. Okay, just look at the second quadrant. You have all the negative x values, and just look at the y values. Y values are all the positive values. So in the second quadrant, x is negative and y is positive. Kenny, what you don't understand? Write a question. I'll answer the question. Okay, in the third quadrant, you have all the negative x values. X values are all negative, and the y values are also all negative. Got it? So in the fourth quadrant, you have x values are positive. Just look at this axis. All x values are positive, and look at these values. You have all y values are negative. Kenny, please write the question. I'll answer the question. I don't know you're asking about which point. So please write the question. I'll explain what you don't understand. Got it? Okay, let's just start with the uh, test so that we can do some of the practice questions. Kenny, I'm waiting for the question from your side. Okay, so you're given with four of the points I, G, H, and F. You need to which point is in first quadrant. Got it? So you always start from here. So that means you always start from here. First quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. You move counterclockwise. Okay, still you have any question? Please write the question in the chat box. I'll explain all the points that you haven't get. Okay, so you all counterclockwise means the opposite direction to the clock because the clock moves like this. If this is the clock, let me insert the shape. Okay, if this is the clock, it would be like this: 1, 3, 6, and 9. It is 12, sorry, not 1. So whenever the clock moves, like, it must start from here and moves like this, so it would be the clockwise rotation. Got it? So when you move to the opposite direction, it would be clockwise direction. And when you move like this, you start from the 12 and you move in the opposite direction. The red line is the counterclockwise direction. Got it? Counterclockwise means that movement that is opposite to the clockwise direction. Got it? So it would be the counterclockwise. Okay, so the first I is at the first quadrant. You have to move counterclockwise. So the point I is in the first quadrant. Got it? So the correct option is I. Just select the correct option and then click on the OK button. Okay, which quadrant is the point B in? Okay, here is the point B. So which quadrant is it? Who knows the answer? Please write the answer in the chat box. Please communicate. The B is in which quadrant? You always start from here: first, second, third, fourth. So B is in the fourth quadrant. B is in quadrant 4. That would be the quadrant 4. So just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Yes, very good, MS Oil. It is in the fourth quadrant. Okay, which quadrant is the point L in? Okay, L is in which quadrant? Who knows the answer? Point L is in which quadrant? 1, 2, 3, 4. So L is in third quadrant. Got it? So just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. So just select the correct option and click on the okay. Which point is in quadrant 1? Okay, you have given with 44 points H, J, I, G. Which one is in the first quadrant? Which point is in first quadrant? The point H is in first quadrant. Got it? So just select the correct option and then click on the OK button. H is in first quadrant, so just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, which point is in quadrant 4? Okay, you have to start from here: quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. So which is in fourth quadrant? Point G is in fourth quadrant. Got it? So just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next topic. The next topic is coordinate plane review. Okay, the next lesson is coordinate in a review. Okay, let's just start with the lesson. We'll do a quick review. That is exactly the same things I've already explained. That is the coordinate plane review. Got it? Okay, we can just read from here. Okay, the coordinate plane is formed by a horizontal number line called x-axis. That's what I've explained in the first lesson, like I explained in the quadrants and axis. Got it? The coordinate plane is formed by a horizontal number line called the x-axis and a vertical number line called the y-axis. Each axis crosses at the other at zero. The point where the axes meet is called the origin. Got it? An ordered pair describes the location of a point in the coordinate plane. The first number is called the x coordinate and the second is called the y coordinates. Got it? All if you have a point on a graph, you will write the answer in the coordinate form like this one. Let me just okay, this is the horizontal line. This is the vertical line. So they meet each other at the origin, and at the origin both the x and y values are 0. Got it? So whenever you have written a value in the coordinate form like this, 2 and 3, the first value must represents the x coordinate and the second value represents the y coordinate. Got it? Ordered pair. Ordered pair means if like let's suppose you have a point, it would be a point on x-axis and it would be a value on the y-axis, like this, like this. Every point has an ordered pair. It has a value on x and y-axis too. Got it? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Okay, what are the coordinates of point A? So just identify the point on the coordinate plane and see what are the x and the y values for the point. Here is point A. So the x value for the point A is 4. And if you have the point on the x coordinate, if you have a point on the x-axis, that means on the x-axis all y values are 0. Got it? So that means it is the points are 4 and 0. You can see A is at the 4, and on this line all the y points are 0, so it would be the first option, 4 and 0. Got it? So just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, the second one is which point has the coordinate 0 and -1. Got it? 0, x is 0. Got it? And the y value is -1. So it would be 0, and here you have r is the point that has the coordinates 0 and -1. X value is 0 means when on the y-axis the x values are 0. Got it? So that means the point must be on the y-axis. So it would be 0, -1. So it would be on the y-axis. Got it? It would be 0 and -1 and 0. R has the values 0 and -1. Got it? Okay, just select the, it would be R. Select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, what are the coordinates of point P? Okay, just find the point P on the graph. Here is the point P on the graph. So the x value for the point P is 1, and the y value is 0 on the line. On the line that is x-axis, all the y values are 0. So it would be 1 and 0. Got it? Just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, what are the, which point has the coordinates 5 and 4? Okay, 5 and 4, that means x is 5 and y is 4. Okay, here you have x is 5, just match the coordinate, and y is 4. Got it? Here you have 4, match the line. So it would be the point F. That means the point F has the coordinates 5 and 4. Got it, everyone? If you have any question, please write the question in the chat box. I'll answer all your questions if you have any. Please write the question in the chat box if you have any. So it would be point F. Just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, what are the coordinates of point P? So which is the correct option, the first one or the second one? Which option is the correct one? No one is answering. Why? Please write the answers in the chat box if you know the answers. Otherwise, if you have any question, any confusion, write the question in the chat box. It would be x is 1 and y is 0. So it would be 1 and 0. So just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, what are the coordinates of point T? So here is the point T. Just match the point T to the x-axis and the y-axis. So when you match the T to the x-axis, it would be 5. And when you match the T to the y-axis, it would be -3. So it would be 5 and -3. Got it? Just select the correct option. The first option is the correct one. And then click on the OK button. Okay, what are the coordinates of point V? So what are the coordinates of point V? Okay, here is the point V. So on the y-axis, all the x values are 0. So it would be 0 and the y value is -5. So it would be 0 and -5. Got it? So just select the correct option and then click on the 0 and -5 and click on the OK button. What are the coordinates of point R? Okay, here is the point R. You have to look at the coordinates. Just match the R to x-axis, it would be -2, and then match it to the y-axis, it would be -2 and -5. Got it? So select the correct option and then click on the OK button. Which point has coordinates -2 and 3? Okay, -2. X is -2. Here we have -2 and Y is 3. So it would be 3, -2 and that means R has the coordinates -2 and 3. Got it? So the correct option is R. Just select the correct option then click on the OK button. Got it? Okay, what point? Okay, R. Oh, sorry, I selected the wrong option. R is the correct option. Okay, got it. Which point has the coordinates 0, 0? Here is 0, 0. Got it? That would be the origin. On the origin, both x and values are y values are 0. So it would be you. Just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. So here is the list of the lessons we have covered today. We have started with the chapter transformations and congruence. We did the lesson congruent triangles, side, 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 angle, side, angle. Then we did the final test from the chapter for the chapter transformation and congruence. Then we have started the chapter coordinate plane. We did two of the lessons. They are quadrant and axis and coordinate plane review. Got it? Please make sure before the next session you have to complete all the test questions for the lessons we did today. If you need any problem with any of the topic, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Got it? So that's all for today. Thank you for your participation. Your participation is highly appreciated. So please click on the like button right below the video if you find the session helpful for you. Got it? That's all for today. See you guys in the next session. Bye everyone.